So I learned an interesting random fact. If you live in Greenfield, Iowa, you might not know this, but the Don Carlos building is actually the old Greenfield Savings Bank. Now, if you're like me, you've probably walked by that multiple times and never realized it says still up there, Greenfield Savings Bank, but it's actually the Don Carlos building. Oops. So yeah, that's an interesting random fact of the day. But I'm getting ready to go over to Ed and Ava's, which is the old opera house, as you can tell. What we're going to go over there and look at today is I'm going to go in there and do a video for their art that they're doing. So let's go have a look, shall we? As you can see, the Warren Cultural Center has gotten a lot of awards over the years. And they do a lot of good art. Huh. I think I know that place. I'm gonna have to inquire about that. Anyway, they're doing a exhibition on watercolor. Because I want to credit the artists, I'm going to go back over this and make sure that they're visible. This one does not look like it's been signed, so unfortunately I can't tell you who did that one. This one also looks like it doesn't have a artist. And then this one's by Brian Zachary, because I don't believe it's easy to see. Apparently done in 2014. Now I don't think this is part of that exhibit, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Not to argue with a father of the country here, but pennies don't exactly amount to much these days, unfortunately. That's neat. That's back when the Napa building was food markets. And mind you, I'm being careful not to touch it. I have more respect for that than you know. So that's what everybody was talking about. Huh. And there you have it. That's pretty much everything I'm going to show you, except maybe these two right here. I kind of missed those when I walked in. For the record, I am recording, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
I probably won't give you the whole tour, but I'll just kind of,
Probably not, and that's okay.
I'll just show you. So you've never been up here before?
I have never been up here, ever.
So this part is new construction, obviously. All this over this way.
Yeah.
But,
I couldn't help noticing you have an elevator in here.
yep.
Was
That's our
that-
second elevator, actually. Our first elevator was back here.
Oh, wow.
And took up this chunk of the room. And then later, when we were able to get the next two buildings, we moved the elevator over there.
Yeah, now that I have seen this, I'm probably going to go back downstairs and do another clip of the video saying, okay, so now that I know what this is, this is the before and after, because it wasn't very clearly stated what it was.
Oh, okay. Maybe we need to put a sign up so people know.
Yeah, because I had no idea. So this is used for like meetings or?
Yeah, meetings, plays, events. We have traveling, nationally touring shows out here. There's a piano recital this Sunday in here.
So if somebody wanted to rent it out, who would they talk to?
Anybody on the board.
Okay.
Nancy Quick kind of handles that mostly, but
I'm trying to give you a shout out here. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So
yes.
go ahead and plug.
Yes, plug away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There's contact information on our website, warrenculturalcenter.com. Or you can call the office and leave a message, 641-343-7337.
And what's your name so people know?
I'm Dan Dickinson. I'm on the board, one of the board members here. And yeah, we'd love you to use the space.
Yeah. Are you allowed to say how much that would be, or is that a committee agreement type thing?
It's on the website. So this space right here, I believe is $55 an hour.
That's really not that bad.
Yeah, we can have, you can do a whole complete building, rent the whole building like for a wedding. And I think that's $16.50 for the entire, includes a stay in the suite upstairs here. There's a, Airbnb has this 4-room suite, 2 queen beds.
Is that something we can see?
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, since we're plugging, we might as well go the whole mile.
So this is the old ticket booth where people used to buy their tickets, come up the stairs, and the ticket booth was there.
Specifically for the Opera House, just so that people know.
Yes, for the Opera House. So in here is where the Warrens lived. So this was their living area. This was their parlor. And their living room.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
The cabinet there. So, something I want to see. I want to see what it would look like out of here real quick. Because I don't think very many people get to actually look out the window up here. So that's a unique view that nobody else is really going to have for a while.
Right, and there's another view upstairs, so there's another level.
That's right. So this is the suite you were... No, this is where they live. Sorry. Suite is upstairs. Sorry.
Okay. So, yeah, it's got the fancy flooring.
Okay. I love going into old places like this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut the clip here just so that... Yeah, I cut it because I didn't want to lose any of the clip. So this would be like the VIP seats.
Yes.
Yeah.
meeting in here last night. That's why this was still on.
Gotcha. I was wondering why that was down, but I didn't want to ask.
Yeah, but then, well, yeah, then they had the piano recital. The piano is actually out, if you want to look at that, but here's the suite.
Yeah, let's do the suite first, and then we can go look at the piano.
So,
Oh, I like that lamp.
yeah.
That's pretty. And then the room in here, as you were
This is the
saying.
sitting room.
What does the doors lead to?
That's just out into the hall there.
Gotcha.
And the bathroom's right on the other side there. We can go through here and then catch out on the way back.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then there's that other view you were talking about. I'll get the room first. But yeah, for the basically they get from the doorway there in here and through there.
Yep.
For the suite.
You come up the old stairs and then you have this bathroom and sitting room and 2 queen beds.
Okay, I'm totally gonna go get the view over here.
Most unique place around.
Yeah. You know, walking by as a kid, you always look up here and you go, I wonder what this looks like. So
Yeah.
look out from here.
Yep.
And I never thought I'd actually get to do this, so I appreciate this.
Awesome.
And I'm happy to share this with people
Well,
too.
that'd be great. And if you look up through the grid here, you can kind of see that there was seating up there.
Oh, vaguely.
There's remnants of fabric, and the story is that the men would go up and smoke their cigars there. Only way to get up there was a ladder up through this opening.
I mean, just the way, from where I'm standing here, that feels like it would be quite the trip up there. Yeah, I mean, that kind of spooky, to be honest. I'm standing here and I know that it's secure, but I still feel like I'm going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was all pretty much rebuilt. We bought new windows. These curved windows were the ones on the lower level were $8,000 a piece,
Oh, I believe it.
and these I think were maybe $3,000 a piece. But we after we got them put in, we had rain and there was leaking coming in, and so it ended up leading to pretty much rebuilding this turret.
I vaguely remember that a couple of years ago, where you basically had to take everything off, rebuild it, and then put it all right back on.
Yeah, it was probably 20 years ago or so. We had jacked it up.
Yeah, I would have been
There's
about
scaffolding up around there. And
I'd have been about 10 at that time. 10, maybe
Probably,
11,
yeah.
12, give or take. But I do actually remember that.
it was probably in the early 2000s, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, I like this. So, dumb question, but who's the lady?
that is Jesus Christ. It's the picture of Jesus. Kind of a famous one from.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well now I look like an idiot on the internet. What else is new? But it really doesn't look like Jesus.
Is this going
Hey, okay, comment section down below. Does this look like Jesus? Would you have made the same mistake, people? And without context, you would have made the same mistake. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it
Warren
again.
over there.
I'm cutting it so that it doesn't lose portions of the video, so that I have a consistent thing. I'm just gonna stitch it all together when I'm done. But this is Mrs. Warren, you said?
Yep.
Okay, again, that explains a lot downstairs because there's the pictures of her. I recognize her because that's the same one from downstairs.
Yep. She originally was from Fontenelle.
Really?
Yep.
So why'd she make a building here then? Or did she buy the building and make it into the theater? Or was it already the theater?
They built it. Ed and Eva built the building in 1896.
Got it.
This was the site of the original courthouse. Was here.
Really?
And it burned, and then they put the courthouse over there.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, there's a picture of them. They came back later. They're standing in front of their building.
Try and get a better photo of that.
Yeah.
It's just the lighting in here is not
you
exactly.
Want me to hold it somewhere?
Yeah, could you do that? That helps a lot. That way people can see it when they go to look at it. There you go. And then that's the building after they got it put up.
That, I think that's when they came back. They moved away in the 20s. And I think that was a visit when they were coming back. But yeah, I've got some old photos, like old postcards of the place. I kind of collect old postcards.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Of the city and so yeah. You want to look in the bathroom here too?
Sure. So this is the bathroom that goes along with the suite.
Mm-hmm. Got the closet tub.
I know it seems stupid to do that, but
No,
that way
some
people can see it.
Yep, there's a little interesting sink that was originally on the first floor.
What's the story on the sink?
It was just off of the store, and they said we need to find a place to put that in the project, and this is where.
Fair enough.
Kind of a neat corner.
So these doors are all original, or were they replaced?
They're original to the building. Sometimes they're places, they're doors that were come from other places in the building. Like this one down here, it may have been from a dressing room.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why does this say men only?
Men only.
I mean,
so yeah, it would have been
yeah. Oh, it was a dressing room. Got it.
a dressing room. There were dressing rooms on either side of the stage.
Yeah, right there and right there, I'm guessing.
And above them, so there were 4 dressing rooms. So yeah, you'll want to go back and look at that.
Yeah, I figure we'll hit that here in a minute.
Yep.
So.
You want to probably get a view if you haven't that way.
Yeah, I'll get another view just in case. So is there glass here, or is it just... No, it's straight. Okay. Hey, just so people can see how high up we are right now.
Yeah.
We're a pretty sizable distance up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this was added. This part was not here.
This part?
Yeah, it was this level all the way over, and by code you had to. And these seats can be here because they're attached to the floor.
Yeah.
If they are movable, we wouldn't be able to have seats up here.
I was wondering why you had these particular seats here.
Yeah.
Were these original to the building and you had to use them, or was it?
No, these are much like the ones they would have had, but
Got
these
it.
were from somewhere else.
Well, I'm gonna say this and don't take offense, but they don't look super comfortable. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit in this now. Now that I've said that. All right. Let's take a quick gander here. No, I mean, they're not the worst seat I've ever sat in. I mean, if you've went to school, you've sat in worse. So.
Well, and of course, one thing, there's an opera house, a book about all the opera houses in Iowa.
Yeah, set that down for a second.
And in that book, they said the capacity of this place was 600.
How do you figure?
And granted, people were smaller then, and they could probably, because these were probably pretty big chairs. They were seats that were smaller.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, that's a lot of people.
Well, you're right. People were a lot smaller. They weren't as, hulked out as we are.
But they had, I mean, this was the place they had graduations in here, and I mean, this is before the high school. The old high school was built.
I was gonna say, it's like, why would they do that here?
Yep.
That doesn't sound like...
Probably the biggest space they had
Got
in
it.
town.
Well, it makes sense. It's the Opera House. That would be the biggest space in town. So.
Yep. And it was always said that, if you're a real town, you had an opera house. I mean, that was a culture. They didn't call them theaters because theaters had a bad reputation. And so Opera House was more polite term to use.
Fair enough.
So
So you want to go upstairs now, or
yeah,
or I didn't know where that.
Go up here.
Yeah, what's up there?
That's like the attic. So it's got the ductwork and everything. I mean, we're
Fair enough.
Quick and looking there quick.
Yeah, we'll just take a quick little look. I mean, how many people actually get to go up into the attic?
Well, I've taken a few people, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, not very many.
It's low right here, so don't hit your head.
Okay. Well, at least I've got a leather hat on, so that'll help.
Yeah.
Oh, you even told me, and I still did
Got
it.
it.
I'm glad I'm wearing the hat.
Yeah. So you can see the dome,
Yeah.
top of the dome. So yeah.
And this is as far as I'm going. I'm not going any further in here. I'm sure I probably could. I'm sure it's probably safe, but I kind of refuse.
This you might want to take a picture of. This is the builder actually wrote this. Contents of this room, property of E.E. Warren.
Hold on, I'm gonna cut the.
Yeah, when they were little girls and they saw this and thought, oh, there's treasure in here, but nope, it was just broken glass in there.
That sounds like a really bad thing to have your kids wander into.
Yeah.
Oh, look, treasure! Ow!
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they were fine.
Yeah. So
Okay, let's try not to smack my head twice.
that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm short and I still
Yeah.
watch it.
Well, I'm 6 foot, so maybe a smidge under that, but you know, it's close enough.
Yep.
All right, so we were gonna go down and look behind the stage. All right. It's probably for the best. I'm starting to get a little nervous up here. Just realizing how high up in the air you are. It's a long way down if you fall. So, oh, okay, that's the double doors outside. Okay.
Yep.
I was wondering where those led.
Yep, that comes up here. It was a shared door stairway
Oh.
to that building and this building. So
Got
the
it.
offices along in there. So these are like little rooms all along here. This is the storage room we have for our tables and chairs.
Oh, got it.
But it was businesses. People had their business up here.
Huh. Just close that behind me. Yeah, I've seen the light on in here a couple of times.
Yeah, this is our office. So
I'm not going to go out of there in there and out of respect, but just
no,
kind of.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I really banged my head. I'm all right. I just yeah. I felt like an idiot when I did it.
So yeah, we have a lift there for handicapped or for bringing stuff up.
Huh. Well, that's neat. So what's with all the writing over here? Was that just a bunch of teenagers?
No, it was
Or-
what people would do back then. Is right on the walls.
Huh.
A lot of it got covered up with all the electrical stuff, but I mean, people who traveled through, there's a couple of really old, like handbill type things, like right there and there, that
Huh. Well, that's neat.
there was
Too bad I don't have my Sharpie on me.
yeah.
I think you guys might frown on that a little bit.
Well, I actually have signed this wall.
Really?
They had a,
I do have my pen on me.
they had,
Maybe we'll just do that off camera.
they had this thing where you put in money, you could, to have the, be the person who can sign their name, and I didn't do it, but somebody else paid for it and wanted me to sign it since I'd been involved a lot, so that's why I'm on there.
Fair enough.
We had people like that were working on the construction that put their names on there, which I thought, oh, that's not the greatest, but anyway, I don't know if I can see any. Might have been right up in there. See, there's a 2012 what was being worked on. There were, since this was used for graduations, they had class of 1922 was a popular year to put your name up. That went up underneath there. It says Clyde Piper.
I don't know if that's going to pick up on here, but
Probably not, but if that was in 1922, I believe.
how did they even get all the way up there to sign?
This used to have a stairs up here. This was one. These were the two dressing rooms.
Okay.
On each side there were two dressing rooms.
Oh, right up there.
So there
Gotcha.
were stairs that went up. So yeah.
So it'd have been like there's stairs right here, and you'd just walk up there, and they'd write their name.
Yeah, the stairs went along the wall. So.
Got it.
And over here is. We had Norman Lear, who you may have heard of. He's like he did All in the Family. He's a famous director. He directed Cold Turkey that was filmed here.
I was going to say, I've heard the name, but I don't know the provenance.
He's like 98 years old yet.
Fair.
You see him on TV once in a while, but he did a lot of the sitcoms. He did. All in the Family came after he did the movie here, but he was here and he signed the wall there.
That's an interesting piece of trivia I didn't know.
Yep. I actually have a poster of Cold Turkey that I had him sign, so it's kind of cool.
Fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and cut this again.
Yep.
Okay, we're back.
Are we done back here, you think?
I think we are. I pretty well covered this area.
Okay, and so...
Yeah, I got back there for the most part. We're good. Ooh, that's a little dark.
So, yeah, if you want to head on...
Yeah, I'll go down. You know how to get down, so
Yep.
I'll just get out of your way.
The lights up.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, I don't think very many people get to say they've gotten an entire tour of this place from literally the attic all the way down.
Yep.
So.
And you're welcome to go check out the basement too.
Oh, sure. I didn't know there was a basement here.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I'm guessing they're probably done with this. Let's take it.
This was an unexpected bonus for the day. Oh, okay. What, no elevator music?
Maybe you want to come up with something there.
Oh, I'm sure I could.
So just head out there and lights will come on.
Oh, that's cool. So, what's going on down here?
On this side of the wall, the Cumberland Rose players have their storage area that they rent.
Okay.
And so here's the wall of the Opera House, right here. So
Gotcha.
This would have been the drugstore space.
Right, this would have been the Rexall building.
Yep.
Because I was actually paying attention when I looked at it.
I gotta take this quick.
Okay, I'll cut. Yeah, I cut out of respect so that that wasn't on the video.
Oh.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't think that would have been appropriate to record that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this space is, the plans are to have a restaurant down here.
Really?
Yeah, that's our long-term plan, and we have not found the funds to put it into a restaurant-ready space yet.
So if you're allowed/able, how much would you have to raise to do that?
I've heard in the neighborhood of 100 to 150,000, something like that.
That honestly doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, for a restaurant, that's pretty tame.
Yeah.
I mean, between getting the stuff to put in, the seating, you know, you guys can't get a grant for that?
That's a good question.
You know, actually, I have a contact that I'll give you the information of later. He might be able to help you get grants. Because I'm talking to the same guy, so.
Okay.
I'll give you that information a little later. Anyway, so.
Yeah, this side,
Yeah.
we're hoping to have a bar on this side, and the other side a family restaurant type thing. We have the main things that restaurants need: the grease receptor, and the kitchen area is kind of set for moving equipment in.
And it's already zoned to do that, but my question is, how are people supposed to get down here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to come down the stairs or
That's one way, or another way would be to
take the elevator?
take the elevator.
Yeah.
from there.
Or the staircase? I noticed there was a staircase.
Yep, back stairs. So
Yep.
Probably the two main ones would be this way or the elevator. So, yeah, this,
So what kind of a restaurant are you thinking? Because there's different types of restaurants.
that's kind of,
Up in the
up
air?
in the air.
Gotcha.
I think we like to appeal to families, but we don't know for sure if it's
If you've got a bar over there, it's kind of hard to appeal directly to families. But, I mean, Los Altos doesn't.
yeah,
I mean, so it's not impossible. It's just,
right.
you got to have the right planning for that kind of thing. So
all these doors came from the building somewhere, so.
let's say somebody was interested in donating. How would they do that to this project specifically?
Get a hold of one of the board members, and we would be happy to accommodate them.
Fair enough.
Yep. Yep, it's a neat space.
Oh.
So this is the underwalk. It was very common back in the day. They have these underwalks, and they had businesses on every floor on the square. The square was a place to have your business,
Yeah.
and so these were very common, these underwalks. But this is the only one left on the square.
Well, I wonder if the others still exist. They're just not accessible.
A lot of them were filled in.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I know over there by Colors, they filled in those in front of there. But, yep. Some people thought that you could go clear around the square, but.
Well, you might have been able to at one point, but not anymore.
Well, and even back then there weren't, because here there was this limestone wall was at the end of this. There used to be limestone walls like you see here all on the walls, but they were not stable enough to keep. We had to go with what they did here.
Dumb question, but is the ground limestone on the square, or is it literally they put these up to keep the dirt from falling in?
These way, yeah, they would have put those
Okay.
up.
To keep the dirt from falling in.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Because I've wondered about that myself, what's actually underneath the honest to goodness square. So, because I've heard multiple rumors between, apparently there was a tunnel leading directly to the courthouse, and then supposedly there's a tunnel leading from the courthouse all the way to the hospital, which I don't see how that's a thing, but
Well,
I've heard many rumors. So,
the hospital was built in the 50s, so they wouldn't have built a tunnel.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but you hear a lot of random things from a lot of random people.
Right.
And I'd rather talk to somebody who's actually qualified to speak on the matter.
Yeah.
So what's back there?
So that is where the kitchen area would be.
Yeah,
Right now it's just storage. So,
I'm legitimately curious.
so there's a mechanical room and just stuff that will, if we would get somebody in the restaurant, we'd get all this out of here.
Yeah.
So,
Well, if I come across anything, I can help you guys out.
yeah, that'd be great.
Because, as you know, I'm a wholesaler, so I have access to restaurant-grade equipment at fairly good prices.
Yeah.
If I can cut you a deal on it, I would do it where I don't even get money out of it. I just help you out.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We were a little closer to having somebody, we've had people come and look, but it just wasn't the shape they want it to be in. I mean, restaurants are a tough business anyway, and people don't have money to sink in to getting it ready.
Looking at it this way, though, what you could do is you get the restaurant yourself, and then you hire people to do catering for the events.
Right.
Because then you make money on top of the money you're making when you rent out the building or have a restaurant or whatever. Because at least then you can add it as a tack-on type thing.
Yeah. The plan is to have, whoever had this would have the exclusive catering upstairs, so.
Okay,
Right now we have people that just come in.
that sounds like a pretty darn good reason to invest / do that, because when you have the exclusive rights to that, that's good money.
Yep, yep, and when it's right in the building, it's a lot different than having to truck it. Okay, here's somebody up there, so that probably is it.
Yeah, I think we're pretty well probably done with this at this point. I'm also running out of battery.
Okay,
So.
and if you get your shoes real good, 'cause this stuff is nuts scratched right in here.
Fair enough.
And they just, she just vacuumed it, and every time people come up, they track it in here, so I try
And
to.
again, out of respect, I made sure to do that. So.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take this. This goes in the restroom janitor room. It's back.
Yep. Oh. Well, I appreciate the tour. That was quite interesting.
All right. Yeah.
So.
I wish we had a little more time.
Well, I mean, I've already taken up quite a bit of your time. That was about an hour. So. But yeah, maybe some kind of like plaque or something, like even some paper saying, this is Miss Ava, this is Ava and her husband, Ed and Ava. Suddenly that makes sense.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Ed, Ava, and then, because when you look at it like this, you wouldn't realize that's the opera house, with how it looks. Because you can tell when you look right there, but you look at it today, there's no stairway there, which I didn't realize that went up at one point.
There was off the auditorium. That was a fire escape.
Oh, that was the fire escape. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can still see where it was attached to the building if you go along the north side. Still
I'll have to do that when I walk out of here.
sticks out of the building.
But yeah, now that I know this is the before, and then this is the after, that makes a lot more sense. Because, you see the thing there, but I completely glossed over that. I didn't even look at it. So you might put like a plaque saying before, after, after, before, you know what I mean.
Right.
Just to kind of draw people's attention to, hey, this is what this is. Because I honestly thought this was the Historical Society buildings when I saw that.
Okay.
I know, sounds stupid, but it's true.
So this was up in the upstairs where we were.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to probably conclude the video after I go look at that fire escape, since you mentioned that. So.
And the cornerstone, you can see the cornerstone 1896.
Yeah, that's down the alley back there.
Yeah, over in that corner.
Gotcha. So the cornerstone, and then that fire escape would have went down from that direction.
It came down this way,
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah.
That should be pretty obvious when you go to look at it. Then again, it was also obvious over at the bank, and for 15 years I didn't look up and read the stupid thing.
Yeah, I know.
So,
On our website, we have.
all right, well, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Well, since I said I'd do that, let's go ahead and have ourselves a little look-see, shall we? Yeah, you can see it right there where it used to be bolted in. You know, and so the fire escape would have been right there and led down. So that's kind of an interesting piece of trivia right there. That looks like a nasty fall. I don't think that actually opens. I think that's just, you know, decorative. But I think that's probably going to conclude it for this video right here. I've got a lot of editing I got to do for this one. So thank you for watching. This may or may not come out in 1 or 2 parts. We'll see how that goes, especially considering I've only got so much time in the day. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.